and welcome to CBJ News. I'm Jagati Dialani and this is your lunchtime news bulletin. Nottingham City Council has not fully accepted the gravity of how bad its finances are, according to an independent report. The Improvement and Assurance Board has been appointed by the government. It says the council has 500 more employees than similar authorities. This comes after the council declared itself effectively bankrupt in November last year. The notorious murderer of 2 schoolgirls will have his parole hearing in public. It's rare for this type of hearing to happen. Anamudu Orenze Chukwu is in the newsroom and he has more. So just to remind our viewers, who is this man?
The man in question is Colin Pickford from Leicestershire. He is the first person in the world to be convicted with the use of DNA as evidence. He killed 2 different girls after raping them in 1983 and 1986. The name of these girls are Linda Mann, who was only 15, and Dan Ashworth, who was 16. The man was jailed with life with a minimum of 30 years parole before. And the way parole works is whoever is convicted has to serve the minimum year of parole before going for a hearing to see if they are fit to be let back into society or not.
And so why has this been in the news lately, as the murders happened over 30 years ago?
Pitchfork was released in 2021 but was called back to prison that same year because of its breach of parole conditions. Now there's been asked that if the board is basically checking if their decision was right, but Prime Minister of the South Leicestershire, Albert Costa, is campaigning for Pitchford not to be free at all.
And what is happening right now,
Mr.
Orenze?
Speaker, is that the reconsideration mechanism rules allow Mr. Pitchfork to keep asking for a reconsideration of a reconsidered decision, limitless times and cost-free to him.
And what is happening right now, Orenze?
Okay, the parole board has actually gotten an application to let the hearing be held in public, and that will be happening later this year in July.
Thank you so much, Orenze. Patients at some hospitals across Nottinghamshire could be disrupted because of strikes today. More than 200 support staff at Kingsmill, Mansfield Community and Newark hospitals will be walking out for 24 hours. Those striking are from the contractor Medirest. They claim they're being treated like second-class staff. We'll have our reporters at the upcoming rally for our evening programme. Nottingham is trying to become the first carbon-neutral city in the country by 2028. One way they're doing this is by promoting more environmentally friendly modes of transport. Eben Ojo joins us now. So Eben, what's the reason for this drive to become more carbon neutral, and what does being carbon neutral mean?
So firstly, carbon neutral is the removal of carbon dioxide from the environment, as it has impact causing air pollution and has negative impact on people's health. So transportation is one of the major contributions to high carbon dioxide in the environment, and according to new statistics from the Nottingham City Council, transportation contributes over 344,000 pounds of carbon dioxide to the environment, which is equivalent to driving to the moon and back over 5,000 times and using a petrol car. So this concerns is one of the reasons that led to the introduction of this initiative.
And what new ways are being introduced to make this initiative work out? Eben, can you hear me?
I can hear.
And Eben, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
And what new ways are being introduced to make this initiative work out?
Okay, so one of the ways to make this initiative work out is we've seen the use of the new electric buses around the cities, and also partnership with the Lime e-bikes, which you can see some of the e-bikes behind me here. This partnership is to promote a more eco-friendly transportation in the environment. And according to new research from the City Council, there has been over 150,000 rides in the city since the launch and partnership with the Lime, which shows that there's been encouragement in order to continue the initiative for a more eco-friendly environment.
And has there been any funding for these initiatives?
Yes, there has been recent funding from the government, noting already that the Nottingham City Council is effectively bankrupt. There has been funding of over £1.8 million from the government, the Department of Transport, for bus services to make sure that the services are still running for people, as buses is one of the modes of transportation that actually promotes and encourages an eco-friendly environment.
Thank you, Eben. A Sikh art exhibition has opened in Leicester as a part of a series community awareness events. Artists will be displaying their work as well as talking about their faith. The contemporary Sikh art exhibition will be open until the 30th of May.
There's a lot of support for Sikh artists here in Leicester. We've had people come here from all around the world. Whilst we've got local artists, national artists and international artists, you tend to find that the supporters come across from all different areas as well. So it's not necessarily just from Sikhs themselves, it's from non-Sikh, and it's been great.
Next, the free supermarket that's hiding in plain sight in our local countryside. Down by the River Meaden outside Mansfield, increasing numbers of foragers are harvesting wild plants and fungi to eat. They say it's amazing what you can find.
We're from around here, and I'm not tell you how old I am, but I've been coming here for 47 years. You know, I used to run around these woods. Never even thought, all these white things here, I could always smell the garlic, but I didn't know it was garlic. I could just smell something that smelled gorgeous. But now, wow, it's just opened my eyes to, you know, a whole new world, really.
And now for the sport, let's get you up to date with the cricket scores across the East Midlands. At Trent Bridge, it's been a disastrous start for Nottinghamshire. Hampshire have pegged Notts back. They are currently 17 for 3. Northamptonshire are 24 for none against Derbyshire. And Gloucester are racking the runs up against Leicestershire 51 for none. And 2 years ago today, since he made himself a play-off hero for Nottingham Forest, Breeze Samba has been called up to the France squad for the Euros. Best of luck, Breeze, from everyone at CBJ. And now for the weather. Heading into this afternoon, we are expecting highs of 20 degrees with the potential for some light rain and lows of 12 this evening. Coming up this weekend, similar highs of 20 and lows of 8 degrees with rain on Saturday, but should be bright and sunny on Sunday to round off the week. That's all your news for today. You can keep up to date with us across social media everywhere at CBJ News, or you can visit our website cbjnewsreports.co.uk. Bye for now.